Hello everyone and welcome to your second royal reading today here at MadWorldTarot, a beautiful Tuesday afternoon, and I have the Knight's Template Tarot on the tarot table for this reading. It's a much more serious reading than the reading I have just done, a frivolous little reading, but both are inspired by the sight of the Parkles getting off their private jet in Atlanta and being met by US officials, allegedly immigration officials, according to the Daily Mail, which is the source of all things Parkle, well, the Daily Mail and the New York Post. But there is speculation that they're not just met by immigration, customs and those kinds of people when they get off planes, and they've been on and off planes a lot recently, minus their children. We'll look at that in due course. But there is speculation that they are met also by Secret Service people. The Royal Grift is speculating about this, and NT a few months ago in his interview with Kinsey Schofield said that he was pretty sure that US Secret Services were looking after the Parkles at some level, that they weren't just paying for security themselves, that they had some assistance from the United States government, from the Secret Service, and certainly when they were flying around they would be helped, there would be liaison with the Parkles' own private security, stuff like that, which understandably gets some people a bit hot under the collar because they are ex-royals. But allegedly the reason given is that Harry is still a Councillor of State on paper anyway. Well, not even possibly on paper, because he no longer has a domicile in the United Kingdom. The King shut that down at the beginning of this year when the Spare came out, kicked him out of Frogmore Cottage, well, both of them out of Frogmore Cottage. So it's technically not actually still a Councillor of State, but on paper he is. So very interesting. As I say, a much more serious reading with the Knight's Template Tarot. We're going to have a look at this and we're going to ask how much risk they are both in, Harry and Meghan, because obviously the reason that the US would be doing this is because they don't want the son of a king assassinated on their soil. Basically, it would be unfortunate if Harry was bumped off, and we are in precarious times in the world at the moment, actually. There are lots of crazy things going on, and a very volatile situation, not just in the Middle East, but it's spilling into other places. So Harry, of course, was in a theatre of war and said some stupid things about that theatre of war in the book that he didn't write and someone else wrote, Meghan Markle. Just kidding. And I'm just kidding because it's tarot for fun and entertainment. It's all my opinion. It's all speculation. I read energy here, archetypal energy, and there is a disclaimer in the box below. We're going to have a look at this and see how much trouble they might be in. Yeah, I think I'm good to go. Each of them. Is the US providing some kind of secret security service, and how much money is being spent on the Parkles? Did the royals actually ask for this help, and are the royals themselves involved in financing security or something for the Parkles? And will Harry at any stage lose what assistance he's speculated to be having? That visa case is ongoing. I've got the Ace of Cups in reverse. I've got a situation, an emotional situation here with the Ace of Cups in reverse, where look at the flag. Look at the flag, and I would say that with the Ace of Cups in reverse, we don't want to upset an ally. That's the energy that I'm getting. That's the underlying energy. Our ally is already upset. The King is upset. We don't want more upset with crazy person going mad. And Harry did say that he worried about crazy people attacking him in the streets. And that doesn't include mad tarot readers, although some days I do get a little bit incensed at the behavior that I read on here at this tarot table and the effect it has on people, not the Parkles. Let's just put it like that. Anyway, so there we have the underlying energy, our situation that we are dealing with. Is there some assistance from the US? We got the Fool, and it's the Fool in reverse again, the Cross. And we have crazy people. What have I been saying in this reading so far? The risk of crazy people doing crazy things. It is a risk, apparently, according to the tarot, with the Fool in reverse. The Fool in reverse is about irrational behavior, unprovoked madness, dangerous behavior, reckless behavior, wild behavior, not just from the has-beens, the Parkles, but from just crazy people. It's interesting because it has a kind of biblical prophet energy, the Fool in this particular tarot deck, that's Knights Templar Tarot. And we are dealing at the moment with a religious conflict, with people who might be fanatical in their views of the rightness of their particular perspective, all of that kind of stuff. The Fool in reverse tells us all of that. So there is danger in the energy in this reading. That's interesting, but I'm going to check it now. Harry and then Meghan. Is Harry at risk in the United States? Is he in danger? 7 of Wands, he is. He is in danger. It's the card of being on the back foot, of being under attack. You can literally see it in that card. So he is at risk. They may very well have got chatter about him as a nice target. Whoever they is, you can speculate who they could be, but it's somebody who has to be protected, who has to withstand attack. And we're not talking now, for once, with the 7 of Wands, media kind of assaults or nasty people on social media like me criticizing the Parkles. We're talking about actual danger, actual threat. 7 of Wands, yes, there is danger there. He has to be protected. He is aware of it. People around him are aware of it, and they are having to protect him. The 7 of Wands upright, protecting yourself against attack. It's the card of self-defense. That's interesting. So there is a threat here. There definitely is. How about her? A security risk for her, not because of her terrible fashion sense, or her appalling treatment of her father and her father-in-law and all the rest of it, in my opinion, but because crazed people out there might want to make a statement by doing her harm, and I'm not inciting it for 1 second. Not at all. Not at all. Is she at risk? No. I would say no with that card. Queen of Swords. That's a very impartial, kind of cool, indifferent kind of energy. I would say that she's quite well protected, actually, with that Queen of Swords. Unfussed. She's not giving out panic energy. He is giving out panic energy with that 7 of Wands. He feels vulnerable. He feels like he's under threat. I do think there is risk with the cards that are underlying and, well, bookending, you could say, this reading. So I do think that he is conscious that he's at risk. He might be a bit paranoid. But she, I think, is just quite cold about it and indifferent. She needs the status of the security around her, I would say. And there are the 2 palm trees, sort of, in that card, interestingly. But the sword is down there. She's not defending herself, whereas he's got the sword up there. He's flying the flag. He's very rushed. He's very busy. He's very aware of the danger that he might be in, even if it's in his imagination. But I think it's more than in his imagination. Whereas she, quite unruffled, quite cool, sword down. So I think that tells an interesting tale. Now, is the United States government providing secret security to the Parkles? High Priestess, oh yes. Literally the card of secrets. Again, the cross. Oh, and look at the snake. At the bottom of the card. I've never noticed that before. But absolutely, it's a card of secrets. It's the card of communicating behind closed doors with higher powers, secrets that you would take to the grave with you. We're not meant to know about this at all. Not at all. So yes, as far as I can tell, as a tarot reader, yes, with the High Priestess, secrets. Secret Service is keeping a watchful eye on that man child. How much is it costing? We've got the Five of Wands in reverse. It's not a money card. It's not a money card, but it might be not so much costing money. It might be costing conflict with the Five of Wands. When people are fighting with each other and somebody in that card is defeated, I think that there has been some pushback about this and people saying, no, we shouldn't be doing this. Unhappiness behind closed doors about the level of help, the level of financial involvement, the cost basically of whatever is going on here that I am reading on, speculating about. But with the Five of Wands in reverse, there has been conflict about it, and people have been defeated in this. People who might have opposed this and thought it was a bad idea and a waste of resources, and why are we doing this? Why are we wasting precious resources on this man-child when we could be doing something much more useful with that money? And they've been shut down, they've been silenced, they've been defeated. So it's not giving me an actual pentacle that I can say it's cost this many $1 million, but I'm getting the sense of a lot of anger that is being suppressed, that has been silenced around this issue. Has the royal family stepped in and actually asked for assistance? Are they involved at some level? I think so. Four of Pentacles, there's money. It's the card of control, it's the card of status quo, it's the card of we want to keep things the way they are. So we need to look after that brat. He has gone over there onto your shore far away from us, and we are very sad, even if only the king is very sad and everyone else is rejoicing. We are very sad. Please look after him. He's precious, he's a treasure, and I want him close to my heart. I want him protected. Yes, yes. This is a card of asking for help from the United States government. As far as I can tell, Four of Pentacles, absolutely. They want him safe, secure. They want him watched. They want him held close. Whatever the cost. Look at that. Four of Pentacles. It's meant to be the miser card. But the person in the Four of Pentacles always has plenty. Plenty. But they are hanging on to their plenty here. Don't want to lose the plenty. Don't want to lose that brat. The royal family actually paying for security for Harry and Meghan. Actual money changing hands here. Supporting the Parkles, in other words. Secretly, and I get the Eight of Wands in reverse, I would say no. I would say no with that card. Because it's shutting down communication. And it's interesting, the depiction as these arrows flying over the parapets into the castle walls. Sort of an attack kind of a vibe with that card, even though the Eight of Wands is just about movement and communication, speedy communication, unblocking situations and rushing forward. And it's in reverse, it's blocked, it's stopped. I think that there was begging, there was pleading. We have read recently on this channel about the alleged last conversation between Harry and the Queen when he phoned wanting money. And she said, nope. Talk to your dad, and the dad had said, nope, I'm not a bank, and Harry slammed the phone down. So the story goes, in high dudgeon, and then she died. This is shutting down communication. So if there's begging, pleading, demanding, and insisting with the Eight of Wands, it's been shut down. I don't want to know, don't bring the phone to me if he's on the phone, don't forward emails, send it somewhere else. So kind of talk to the hand energy. So I don't think so, but I do think that allies have been asked to help, and allies seemingly from this card are helping. Is he going to lose this protection at some stage in the future? There is speculation that he might be removed as a councillor of state. He might be hoofed out of the line of succession. He might have his titles removed. All of those things go on. He might even lose his visa. That's rumbling on. Not really going anywhere, but you know, it is possible that he might be downgraded. So is he likely in future to lose that sort of status in the United States and that level of protection, that when, and I am speculating, they land in Atlanta, get off their private jet, there the security service are, the secret service, secretly guarding them. Is it going to end? Nine of Cups, no. No, it's going to carry on. He's going to stay protected with that Nine of Cups. Very protected. Nine of Cups would be 9 months. So it might be that this protection stays while he is in the United States, and that at some stage he leaves and then it would stop. But it's not going to stop because the royals do something, or the British government does something, or he loses status or something like that. That's not going to end it. Not the way I read this card. The way I read this card is that it's going to carry on. He's going to be guarded and protected, and I feel very secure. The Nine of Cups, you feel very secure. It's an emotional level of completion and fulfillment and comfort, because you've got everything around you that you need to feel secure. This person doesn't feel secure here, does feel secure in an ongoing way. But it's a time, I didn't ask about time, but I'm getting nudged in the direction of reading this card, and I'm just reading energy, prompts from the universe. I'm getting this could carry on for 9 months. It could carry on to mid next year, when possibly the marriage erupts or disintegrates. I've done reading on that recently, and it did seem to be timing of mid next year that things would fall apart, and he might pack his little weekend bag and set off back home, or wherever else, Portugal or Botswana or wherever it is that he's looking to lay his hat, not hers. That's your reading, and thank you for watching, and I'll see you again tomorrow.